Today I'm meal prepping and packing up to go on a week-long trip over Christmas. And because I'm doing all that, I thought it would be a really great time to show you what I'm taking food-wise and why. By the way, if you're new here, I am Jen and I am delighted to meet you, and that'll give you a little hint about what I'm taking with me. So for a long time now, I've been on a mostly meat diet. For the last few months, it hasn't been exactly carnivore, but basically at this point, I'm going back to full carnivore. There are many reasons why, but we won't discuss that in this video. Just know that most of what I'm taking with me, actually everything I'm taking with me, is very carnivore. I'm going to North Dakota, which is my boyfriend's hometown. I'll be spending the week with his family, which I'm honored to get to do. I'm really excited to go and spend that time with him and get to see his family and all that. But I definitely don't want to be a burden. I know that they'll go out of their way to try to feed me the way that they know I want to eat, but it's difficult. It's difficult for people to know exactly what to serve and to have the right portions when all you eat is meat. And at one point I told Matt, my boyfriend, that I would do more of kind of a keto situation while we're there, and I would eat the meat and the veggies and stuff, but it's just not going to be a good idea. Basically, I've been trying to do that for a little bit and I just cannot stop binge eating. It's been a problem for me in the past for decades. As a carnivore, I did not have that issue, but since I started loosening up the restrictions, I started really struggling with binging again. So I'm going to have to rein it all the way back, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I loved being a carnivore. I was having some issues, but I think that during my experimentation time, I've been able to kind of solve some of those issues while still remaining carnivore. So again, another topic for another video, but here's what I'm bringing. You can see I've got the smoker going in the background right now. It's heating up so I can smoke some burger patties and some chicken. So the first thing I made was 4 chicken thighs and 6 chicken legs. I cooked the chicken at 225 degrees to smoke it for 1 hour. Now I'm throwing it back on the grill at 475 for 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how long it takes to finish grilling it. And then I'm going to put the burger patties on at 225 for 30 minutes and then grill those for about 8 minutes at 475. I will have 4 pounds worth of burger patties and then all that chicken. I'm also taking 4 tuna packets. That'll just be something really easy to keep in my purse if I need it. I probably won't eat that plain, but what I can do is add it to another meal. So for example, if we go to breakfast and I get eggs or something like that and I just need more protein or more calories with it, I can easily supplement with that tuna. I soft boiled 3 dozen eggs. I prefer them soft. Actually, I prefer them scrambled or over easy or something like that, but I don't want to have to cook if I don't have access or time to do that. So I'm taking soft boiled eggs, which are much less dry than hard boiled eggs, and I don't think I'll get sick of them. I just will have to add some salt and gobble those down, and I'll probably have about 6 every morning if we don't go to breakfast. Now, if we do go to breakfast, I can always eat the eggs later for another meal. So I'll have those and that'll be really handy. I definitely need to take my own Redmond Real Salt to season everything. You know, if they grill or when I'm eating my eggs or even going to dinner, I just love the flavor of meat and eggs so much better with good salt, so I will be sure to take my own. The one thing that I'm not making but I'm bringing along is Carnivore Bars. Now they are very expensive, like about $15 a bar, but the convenience is absolutely worth it, especially because I'm sort of in this precarious situation still where if I start making exceptions and cheating, it's going to turn into a binge vacation. And so I need to do everything I can to stay on track. So turns out these expensive bars aren't that expensive when you're counting in all the money that I would be spending on junk food and just sneaking behind everyone's back and doing embarrassing things and stuffing myself. It is worth $15 a bar for me to avoid doing that. I'm taking my own homemade multivitamins, which I made out of oysters and beef liver. I just take 1 of these a day. They are so full of vitamins and minerals, so I keep them frozen in little chunks and I just pop one every morning. I hope nobody thinks this is fudge or something like that and tries to eat it, because they will be in for a surprise. I'm taking 2 daily servings of raw milk, so each serving is 1 cup. I just poured them into these bags and I will freeze them, and then they'll actually serve as ice packs for the cooler, which is kind of great for the trip up. Now, we're driving, by the way, so that helps. I wouldn't necessarily be able to bring all this if I was flying, but in this case, since I'm driving, I can take anything I want. But I will have the milk every morning and especially every evening, because one of the issues I had when I was strictly carnivore before was trouble sleeping. And I've learned that when I add carbs in the evening, I sleep so much better. And the 12-ish grams of carbs in the raw milk is enough to put me over the edge. And so I don't have to eat any plant foods. I can just truly get by with the milk. And the last thing I'm taking is a couple different kinds of fancy water. I mean, all the other young people, I'm considering myself young, that I'll be with for the week are going to be drinking beer and wine and all of that. And I don't want to totally feel left out. So I'm bringing lots of sparkly waters so I can pour it in a glass and have the bubbles and feel like I'm partaking with everyone else, especially on New Year's Eve and those kinds of situations where I just really would feel a little bit sad to not be drinking. So these will really hit the spot for that. Just feels a little fancier. It feels like a little treat. And these are all unflavored. In the past, I've done flavored, but like I said, I've been struggling lately with adding other things into my diet. So I am going back to basics: meat, eggs, dairy, salt, water, no other flavors, none of that. I hope you found this helpful. I think for me, this is probably the most successful I've ever been with meal prepping for a trip. I mean, I will actually eat all of these things. I probably won't come home with all of them. It's enough to feed me every single day if needed. And it's all actually good food besides the tuna. I'm not really excited about that, but if I need it, I'll have it. And if I don't eat it, then it'll last basically forever. But I was thinking, like, even if I wasn't going on vacation, I could do this for a week, a busy week at home. So I'll definitely keep that in mind and possibly refer back to this video someday to refresh my memory about what I made. Anyway, I hope that you found it helpful. I'd love to hear in the comments if you have any other suggestions of what I should do next time. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like, follow me on Instagram where we can connect every day.